Hello, Wonder Dog Books. And today I'm going to be talking about perseverance as one of the components or character traits for resilience. So before I get started, let me just share with you um, really three different products you can use if you want to create a whole lesson on perseverance, or if you want to use these individually. The first one is the Wyatt the Wonder Dog Tries Again book. This is a picture book all about perseverance, really. It's about trying again, even in the face of failure. So you can use the story. This story, like all the Wyatt stories, has discussion questions and even an activity in the back that you can do. So it's a grab and go lesson. If you want to extend it even more, you can use the Stories to Learn By book, which has a whole lesson plan and activities and a word search and coloring sheets, all designed just for that book, along with all 9 of the Wyatt picture books. So Stories to Learn By, companion guide for Wyatt the Wonder Dog, can help you extend and create really multiple lessons on perseverance. And finally, I have the mindset cards, because really perseverance is all about having a growth mindset and recognizing that even in the face of failure, that you need to keep trying or keep working towards success. So my mindset cards look like this. There's 24 of them. 12 are a fixed mindset, 12 are a growth mindset, and you can do all kinds of things with them. There's some directions in the packet of the mindset cards, but you can match them. You could just pull out one. For instance, here's one that says, I don't understand yet, but I'm learning. And you could pull one out and discuss it, or you could even pull out one that's a fixed mindset. Something like, let's see, here's one. I can't. I can't read. Or here's another. I'm not good at this. All right. And then you could take that and translate it into a growth mindset. You could make it a more positive mindset. So these are mindset cards. All of this is on the Wyatt the Wonder Dog website, which I will link to in the box here. All right. So in this particular video, what I want to do is talk about perseverance, and I'm going to do that. Let's see if it'll let me. Nope, it won't. I'm going to see if it will let me. Uh, yeah. All right. Look at my notes here while I have the screen up. So what I want to do, first of all, in this video is talk about what is perseverance, which you may think, oh, wow, I know what that is. But I think it has a much broader definition than I really thought about. And then I'm going to talk about what perseverance is not. I'm going to make a second video where I'm going to talk about practical ways to help students develop perseverance. So let's just define perseverance to start with. It's the ability to continue trying even when a task is challenging, frustrating, or takes longer than expected. All right. And don't we all in everyday life face something just like that? So just for some quick ideas about what is perseverance, and you certainly could use this in a lesson. You could ask older students in particular, upper elementary, what is perseverance? And then you could list on the board what they say. So trying again after mistakes is perseverance. Asking for help is actually perseverance. I think it's important to recognize that. Or using a new strategy, think of what else could I do rather than quit or give up. Another is staying focused on a goal, even when it's difficult. All right. So not losing focus. And it's believing effort matters as much or maybe even more than talent or skill. All right. That you can accomplish things, you can be successful simply through effort. You don't have to have some innate talent or ability to be good at it. All right. And so, what is perseverance not? I think that's important because sometimes kids can go to the opposite extreme. So it's not perfectionism. It doesn't mean doing everything perfectly. It's not never asking for help. It actually involves knowing who to ask in order to persevere. It doesn't mean pushing through unhealthy stress. So I think in our society today, especially perhaps in high school, we have so many kids that have so much pressure on them to excel, and pushing through even when it's unreasonable, even when it stresses someone out to the max, is not perseverance. All right, that is a toxic problem. So it's not pushing through unhealthy stress. And by the same token, it's not working harder no matter what. Sometimes it is a good idea to quit. Sometimes you need to evaluate the situation. You might be able to give a personal example of this, where you need to evaluate the situation and decide, you know what, this isn't worth the amount of effort that's going into it. I am going to quit. I'm going to set a new goal. I'm going to do something different. And finally, perseverance does not mean ignoring feelings. It doesn't mean ignoring anxiety, stress, any of these kind of feelings that could go along with uh, trying to accomplish a goal. You can feel frustrated, but you can also choose to recognize that and try again. So, how does perseverance connect to resilience? Well, what research shows is that students who develop perseverance are better equipped to handle setbacks, to handle challenges, to cope with stress, and for that reason, they're much more resilient when they are faced with the challenges that honestly we all are going to face, whether it's learning to read or finding a job or being a parent. All of these things involve perseverance. So I think it's a really probably one of the key components of resilience, and so important to talk about it and help kids to develop it. As always, I want to thank you for all the wonderful work that you do to make children's lives better. And thanks, as always, for listening.